There we go. There we go, guys. Welcome, everyone. It's another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other creators about their creations, their books, their campaigns, their lives. Because people often invite me to their streams and give me their time and platform, and I want to do something in return for this awesome community. So let's see. Do I have some news? I have a little bit of news for the people who didn't watch the last show last Friday. I had this new show called The Writer's Block, where I have three writers, one of them being my guest today. And we talk about the creative process of making comic books. And I had some news to share there. If you missed it and you're just tuning in, this might be cool news for you. I am working on a website for Genuine Comics. This means that in between crowdfunding campaigns, people can now purchase comic books from me. So it's not active yet. It's not live, but it's almost there. I'm still working on it. But you can go visit it at genuinecomics.com and you can sign up. And if you sign up, then you get notified when we go live and you can check out the website for yourself. I'm pretty excited about all of this, man. This is fantastic. Whew. Okay. Calm down. Let's see who's here. Who's here in the chat? Area Blackness is here. Hi. First. Yes, you're first. Area Blackness. Yeah. And then we have Edith. Hi, Edith. And Mike Jimmy's here. Hey, Mike Jimmy, a friend of the show. Here to rep my fellow Dutchie. All right. Welcome, man. Oh, no, seconds have passed. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Area Blackness. Yeah. People are chatting, and Blackness, familiar feeling. Oh, man. I'm so sorry to disappoint you guys. The suspense is killing. Oh, calm down. Everyone just calm down. I have a cool guest today. Let me see. Oh, Darkside is here. Marinus. Hey, welcome, Marinus. Marinus will be on his own channel in 1 hour with his own show with cool guests. So when we're done, go over to Marinus' channel, check it out. And Ryu is here. Ryu! Hello, guys. Hello, Ryu. Welcome. Excellent. Awesome sauce. Okay. It's time for the man of the hour. Wait a minute. Let me remove this one. Yeah, let me remove that one. Ron Christian. He is working on his own book. He has his own characters and doing his own thing. And I thought it would be great to talk about that. What he's working on, what are his plans, his ambitions. So let's just do this. Let's bring on Ron Christian.
Hello.
Woo! Hello, Ron.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm doing really good today.
Why?
It's a beautiful day outside.
Okay, that's
I'm
a
in a good
reason.
mood. Just things are happening with my comic book, and that's always good.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And you know that Area Blackness is here, right? So we have this rule when Area Blackness is here, then the guest has to say Area Blackness, yeah.
Area Blackness, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, cool. Okay, Ron. We know each other a little bit. We had the show together last Friday.
And then I did an interview with you on my channel a while ago.
Right.
It was it's on there. So Yeah, and Dave's a great guy.
Oh, no. Stop. There's not the Dave Show. We're talking about Ron Christian
Okay.
today.
All
So
right.
we want to know about you. So you don't have a comic book just yet, but you're
No.
building something.
Yes, I am
So
trying to
tell us
build
about that.
something. Tell us about what I'm trying. I'm trying to build a comic book universe, just like you are trying to build a comic book universe. Oh,
Right.
not angry hero geek. No.
Yeah. You have this reputation a little bit on
I
Twitter that
guess. Yeah, I suppose I do have a
you can
bit of
get
a rep.
a little bit angry,
A
and
little
we love that,
passionate.
man.
A little passionate. Yeah, I'll
That's good.
admit. Sometimes it gets the better of me, and I'd have to apologize for my behavior a lot of times, and I
So
take things too far.
is this passion that makes you angry? Is that the same drive that makes you want to make comic books?
Yes, it is definitely. The same drive, the same passion. So I channel that into creating.
Right.
And it's a great fuel source for creativity and for you know but yeah, I'm trying to build a comic book universe just like the genuine verse, I guess you could call yours the genuine verse, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And it's
So yours will be the Runverse?
right now the name is kind of the name of my LLC is a little in the air right now. I'm trying to work with someone so I can use a certain name. I think we spoke a little bit about this.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm trying to build a whole universe. The main character is Paragon Prime. That's the central figure of this universe, and from that, I'll expand. I have other characters that I have other very talented writers working on. And yeah, the plan is to create a whole universe of characters, a whole universe of comics, with spin-off, comics, all of that.
Big plans.
Big
Let's
plans.
say hello to Bristolian Dave for a moment.
Hello,
Dave. Welcome, man. Let's see. Marina says being passionate means you're caring. I can relate to that.
Yeah, yes. I care a lot about specifically about how the mainstream industry, entertainment industry in general, not just comics, movies, video games, everything, how they're just taking these great iconic characters and these great iconic franchises and just ruining them and just dragging them through the mud, and I'm seeing a lot of my favorite things just get destroyed, right? And I was complaining a lot about it for a while. Like I was just complaining about it and bitching about it, and then eventually I just decided to just, what? I need to do something myself. I need to be the change that I want to see. That's my motto: be the change that you want to see.
Yeah,
so I became.
I know. Same here, man. I have it here on my necklace.
Oh yeah,
be the change. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Okay. Great. Yeah. So it essentially, I just couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't sit by and just watch them just destroy all of these franchises, all of these characters. DC and Marvel and Star Wars and Star Trek and Doctor Who, and the list goes on and on and on. He-Man now, and I mean, it's just the list keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. And a good example, I just rediscovered the 90s X-Men cartoon, right? And it's a great show. It's awesome. It's mind-blowingly good. And I find out that Disney is doing a continuation of that show on Disney Plus.
Oh my God.
And everything I've heard about that and everything I've heard about the people involved with that tells me that this is not going to be any good. This is going to be another ruinization of something I love,
Yeah. Why would they even return to that franchise? Because I believe they still want to have it take place in the same area.
Continuity. It's the same continuity.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. They're just nostalgia baiting at this point.
Right. Don Benjamin, welcome, sir. Nice to see a non-angry, non-toxic universe for a change.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, with there's just nostalgia baiting. Disney's just using the nostalgia of the old show to bring it back and to put in their own agenda in it, to ruin it, to put their own spin on it, and with none of the charm or none of the sophistication or subtlety of the old show.
Right.
So, and that's a problem with a lot of things.
Yeah, because they could have very well just created a new X-Men show with the current X-Men, but no one wants to see those, I suppose. So
yeah, they're grabbing on to the popularity of the old show, of the old incarnation, because they can't build anything on their own because they're too lazy to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good angle. So what were your favorite franchises?
As far as like comic books or just general?
Yeah, comic books maybe, or like Star Wars.
I mean, my two biggest influences for Paragon Prime are probably Superman and Captain America.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
those are definitely at the top of the list of the biggest influence for me for that character and for the way that I want him to his personality, his morals, all of that came from mostly Captain America and Superman.
Hey, definitely. Nefarious is here. Is run crowdfunding?
No, I did it through. I actually funded through GoFundMe. So that's the way I'm producing the comic book right now. So I do plan a crowdfunding campaign for the physical comic book. So, and that's going to be with extra stuff, extra stories on there too. So I hope to launch that by the spring.
Right. You have a GoFundMe page?
It is still up. I mean, I did hit my goal, but it's still up. If anybody wants to go on there, I can drop the link. If anybody wants to go and just give more money, they're more than welcome to. I can always use my money, but I don't want to beg or anything. Just
it's a little bit like crowdfunding, I suppose. Because people get something also when they fund you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't want to like really push it. I mean, but once I do crowdfund, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm learning a lot from. Oh, hello.
Wise Guys is popping in to show some support. Thank you, Wise Guys.
So yeah, once I do crowdfund, it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited about it. My artist Facundo Moyano is incredible, and the pages that I've seen just blow my mind. He's just amazing.
Right. Where did you find him?
I found him on ArtStation. You've heard of ArtStation, right?
I heard of it. I'm not familiar with it.
No. Yeah, I found him on ArtStation because I had been looking for an artist for a long time, and I went to DeviantArt, and I had some bad luck with some artists on DeviantArt. I just didn't have a lot of luck with artists on there, right? I got ripped off a couple of times.
DeviantArt is not really the place to platform to find artists.
No, it really
collaborations.
It really
Nefarious asks, what did people get through the GoFundMe?
They're gonna get the digital, yeah.
Okay. He has a lot of questions, and they'll get the physical through the crowdfunding. How much of your own money did you invest in the project? Wow, he's just doing my job. Thank you, Nefarious. Thank you, man.
A lot, wow, in the thousands probably by now. I put a lot of my own money into this. A lot.
It's freaking. Man, it's very easy to say, I want to make a comic book. Well, I mean, everyone can say, I have this story. I want to see it happen. I want to make this comic book. But actually doing it, making that leap, only few people actually do it. And then when it starts, they often just bail out. It's so expensive, and you have so many things you need to take into consideration.
It takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but it's also the most rewarding thing I've had to do.
Thanks, Neff.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, that's a good one. Wait a minute. Wise Guys remind me of something. I have this cool brand here. show. Whee, here we go.
Nice. There you go.
Thanks, wise guys.
So yeah, it takes a lot of commitment, a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of stress involved. So much stress.
Yeah. So why is it's the passion, right? You have so much passion. You really want to see this book, the story told.
Yeah.
So when did the creation for this particular story for Paragon Prime? When did it start?
Say about like probably 10 years ago was when it really sparked. Wow. Yeah, it's been a spell. Yeah, about 10 years ago, I remember just toying around with the idea of creating my own superhero, right? And I came up with this concept, and then I created him on I don't remember if it was City of Heroes or Champions Online. One of those.
Oh, right. Yes.
One of those two MMOs, superhero MMOs. I created that character on there. Yeah. And I played that character on there. And
one of them, I think City of Heroes. It had the city was called Paragon City.
I think so.
Right.
I think so. I don't remember because it's been a while since I played those games. Yeah. But yeah, I created the character on there, and then I liked the concept so much. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do something with it, and I've just been building that character in that universe for a long time, for all those years. And he's gone through different iterations. You know, he's gone through different names. You know,
so he wasn't called Paragon Prime from the beginning.
he wasn't always called Paragon Prime. Yeah.
So do you remember the previous names?
Yeah, the previous name was one of them was Citizen Prime.
Okay.
And then that one was taken by. Do you know anything about these people who like kind of live role play superheroes? But there's people out there who like you know, like live role play superheroes, but their own creative
like LARPing.
LARPing. Yeah.
I often think that half the world is LARPing 24/7.
Really?
Yeah.
So there was somebody LARPing as the character called Citizen Prime, and he had that copyright and everything. So he emailed me and told me, he emailed me and told me, oh, well, listen, I have this name. Like, okay, so I have to change the name. And then I came up with Centurion Prime. I came up with Centurion Prime, and I was never really crazy about that one. And then I started watching videos by RJ of the Island, RJ of the Fourth Age. Do you know that?
Right. Yes.
Right. So he's a great guy. I actually interviewed him for my channel, and that's going to be probably later today. That interview, I'm going to put it on my YouTube. So.
Later today?
Later today, probably.
Oh, awesome.
So he kept on using this term in all of his videos. Because I actually, believe it or not, RJ was also a big inspiration for me making my comic, because he's always talking about heroes and in his videos, and it really inspired me to. So he's always using this term called paragons of virtue. These heroes are paragons of virtue, and that's a term. That's a term he repeats in all of his videos. And the word paragon just stuck with me. So I essentially just decided to call him Paragon Prime.
Yeah, well, it sounds good, man.
Yeah,
but I think most SJWs see themselves as paragons of virtue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's how I come up with a name. You know.
Yeah, cool. It's a cool name. It really works. I like the design. So who designed him?
I kind of did it in those games. The creation, like I did. I came up with some. I mean, those things have changed, obviously, but for the most part, the bones of the design are still there. You know,
right? Dr. Rhino's here. Hey, welcome, Dr. Rhino.
Like the colors, for example, the blue and the white. I kind of want to evoke the sky of a really nice day with the blue skies and the white clouds.
Yeah.
Kind of like that day where you walk outside and you're inspired by how beautiful the day is.
Right.
So I wanted him to be an inspiring hero. So that's why that's where those colors came from for the costume. You know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So people can now read some stuff of.
No. The comic is being produced right now.
Mhm.
So there's nothing to read. Well, I mean, there are 2 pages that are like inked and lettered and colored and everything, but
Okay. Do you have something that I can share? Something you want people to?
yeah. Okay. I can send you
I have your
some.
fundraiser here, for
Mhm.
instance. You have a fundraiser
Yeah,
page.
yeah. I can send you some pages
Oh, really?
on.
To show here?
Yeah, probably. You know what?
Oh,
Why not? I'm gonna send you some pages.
no. Can you just share the screen? You don't have to send them to me. You can share them
Okay. Yeah.
if you want, right? That would
Last
be
time I
awesome.
tried to do this, I didn't do it very well. So
Oh, it's
like,
a
I don't
learning
know what to
process,
do.
man.
Yeah. So you go to Windows or Chrome tab? Windows, right?
I have Windows. Yeah, yeah.
You go to Windows and then you share a window, right?
You're in no, you're in StreamYard right now. So
Yeah, no,
uh,
but like when you go to share screen,
yeah, you can
um,
show. You can go to share down below. If it
okay,
doesn't work, you can just send me the link.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Marinus has a question. When do you go live on Indiegogo?
I am hoping to go live in the spring of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah,
So are you on schedule with production?
I think so. Yeah.
And once you go live, you want to have the book finished, or
Not all the way. It doesn't have to be finished all the way. Just, but I mean, a good amount of pages done. I'd like to.
right,
Yeah, and
right.
he's pretty good about cracking out pages on time. So
Ooh, excellent.
yeah.
Yeah, you need a dependable team when you make these books. You need people around you that you can trust on.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and he's super reliable. And I've worked with artists before that have not been reliable at all. They've been,
oh yeah, I know,
yeah,
man. Lots of time and headaches and money. Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
So
I've had artists, rip me off where I paid them up front,
oh really?
and yeah, and they just they just rip me off. You know. Hold on.
I can share this. In the meantime, this is your Patreon,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So people can join your Patreon. They can follow you. So what do they get when, for instance, for 3? That's
For
euros
3,
here.
yeah,
I'm
for
I'm
3,
I'm from the silly country.
yeah.
We have euros.
For $3 they get like behind the scenes stuff, like they get like pencils and inks,
Right?
um and then they get I might have to work on some of the tier stuff, because like when you make a Patreon for the first time, you kind of like see what works and see what doesn't, you
Yeah.
know. Oh yeah, I'm having trouble sharing the screen. I have no idea how to do it. But I can send you some pages through Twitter, and then you can share them. Maybe. How's
Okay.
that?
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that. So I may message you on Twitter.
All right. All right. So
Uh,
meanwhile, so the sidekick option, people get work in progress, behind the scenes, sketch and drawings. There is a community on Discord,
mhm.
and people get shout outs on your YouTube videos. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you even made these logos, man. The urban vigilante hero.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. I'm subscribed to this site that lets you make cool logos. That's how I make all my my like YouTube like thumbnails and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Okay.
yeah.
And then what's extra when you select that one?
Which one?
The middle one, the urban vigilante hero. What do they get?
You get like final colored art. That's the biggest thing, and you get like other stuff like original music composition, because I haven't been able to afford it in a while, but I have like original music that I had composers do. I'm also going to have a trailer with like music and voice acting in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be in that tier. It's going to come pretty soon, I hope. Awesome. Shout outs in my YouTube videos. Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one, the aspirational hero.
Mm-hmm. Then when you get everything in the previous tiers, and then you might even get a chance if you come up with a character for me to be in my comic book, you could totally pitch me the character.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You also have this fundraiser here.
Mm-hmm.
Fundraiser. Well, you raise fun. Well, you raise funds.
I raise the fun. Yeah.
Raising the fun. Yeah. So, yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
So people can still donate to the production of your book, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can.
Okay. Cool. Stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this thing out. This is so weird to me.
Yeah. You can just Twitter it to me and I will share it. Don asks, I may have missed it, but on what platforms would this be released?
Right now I'm looking for. I'm probably going to release it digitally on some kind of like maybe like Webtoon or something like that. At least for the digital, and then when I do the physical, I'm gonna have that, and I'm also have some extra stories in there. I'm working with a Kowloon story and a runaround story. It's gonna be in the physical copy. Gonna have behind the scenes stuff, some fan art, things like that. Also, I'm gonna have trading cards for all my characters, so a bunch of cool extra stuff if you get the physical version.
All right, that's for the crowdfunding later, for the crowdfund campaign.
Yeah.
And that will be on Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
Probably Indiegogo.
Okay.
All right. Probably Indiegogo. All right, I just sent you a page.
Oh, you sent me a page?
I did send you a page, yeah.
So exciting, man. It's... Okay, here we go. I can share this then.
Mm-hmm.
With the lovely peoples. Share screen. Here we go, guys. This is an exclusive first peek at a page from the comic Paragon Prime.
I sent you two actually, so you can.
Oh, two. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing. We start with this one here.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about this page.
Okay, well, the story for this first issue is Paragon Prime is trying to stop a supervillain called Power Surge from stealing a power suit from a Golden Age villain called Dr. Electron. Dr. Electron was a villain of a Golden Age superhero called Major Might. Major Might is essentially my, Captain America of this universe, where he operated in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, but he gave his life to save the world, right? So this museum is kind of, like the Flash Museum or like the Captain America Museum that you see in the MCU. So this museum is about...
You see a little bit of a picture.
Yeah.
Captain Might?
Major Might.
Major Might. Right.
Major Might. So this villain Power Surge is trying to steal the Dr. Electron suit to become more powerful, because this suit was super powerful even back in the day. So, but Power Surge is a villain that was influenced a lot by Shocker and Captain Cold. Yeah, Shocker from Spider-Man, Captain Cold from Flash and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you like these classic comics, right? This classic aesthetic and the way of storytelling.
Yes, that's where I respond to that. The probably the biggest influence on Paragon Prime was probably Superman the Animated Series, because to me Superman the Animated Series represents what I like to think of, for me anyway, the quintessential Superman, for me the definitive Superman,
right? Yeah.
So,
and your comics are always suitable for children, right?
Yes, definitely.
You're not a fan of the the gore or the violence like Invincible, for instance.
Not
That's
at
not your
all.
thing.
No, that's not my thing at all. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, this is one of the first pages that he came back. He did all of this. He did the pencils, the inks, the colors, and the lettering, all of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the full package here.
The full package, yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, let me find the other picture that you sent me. So not. Oh, this is the following page even.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So here we go, guys. The following page. Kabam.
Yeah.
Crack, it says, and then this goes like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way he did the effects of the electricity gun and the letters. Oh, it's just the sound effects, just amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's but about like artists like him, like he's so talented, and you know, and then you have DC and Marvel just getting these people who don't know how to do anything, and he does it all.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. You have one fan already.
Oh yeah, Ryu. I know Ryu from Twitter. How's it going, man? Yeah. Thanks. I love the way it looks too. It looks amazing.
Yeah. I like the coloring. The dynamic poses, the action. It's really great.
Really great.
I think this is a scene that we once talked about. You contacted me about the follow-up to this scene.
I might. Yes, it is. I did get Dave did help a little bit with his comic. Just FYI, everybody, he did help a little. I came to him with later on in the comic. You'll see some stuff that Dave was really essentially in helping me out with. So,
oh man, I can't wait to see that, man. It looks fantastic. It looks great.
Thank you. Yeah.
So this is the first book you have in production. So how many pages are now finished?
These two are final. Like these are like
okay.
Ready to go. I have several other ones in several stages. Like one of them is penciled already, needs to be inked, and then I have another page that needs to be it's just basically a layout. So he needs to like finalize that, and so about 5 in total. So
it's not like you had the script completed.
No. I did complete a script. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Mm-hmm. So he has the complete script.
Yes, he has a complete script.
Right. So, is this the first comic book script that you wrote?
For this, no. I did write another one, but I just wasn't feeling that one, so I decided to do this instead.
No, what I mean is this the first time you wrote a comic book for just in general?
In general, yeah.
How did you learn how to write it? Did you study comic books or?
Well, I went to film school.
All right.
Yeah, I went to film school, so I learned how to write a screenplay. And that's what I knew. And I did some research on like how do you adjust to writing a comic book script, and I did research, and there's a bunch of different methods and a bunch of different schools of thought when it comes to writing a comic book script. And there's a lot out there. Like it could be overwhelming, the amount of information there is out there on how to write a comic book, right? So I just decided to read a couple of books. I read one by Stan Lee, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to read a book by Stan Lee of how to write a comic book, right? Totally do. And I read another one by Dennis O'Neil. So essentially, I read a book on the Marvel method, and I read a book on the DC method. And I kind of just married the two schools of thought into my own weird mutant amalgamation of the techniques, and I just did what worked for me. I just wrote, and
right.
So basically, that's what I mean. My scripts are pretty. I've had other people read my scripts, and they said it's pretty well done and pretty easy to follow. So,
Right.
Did you read a lot of books on how to write? Or I mean, how did you learn? I'm curious.
Oh, I never read a how to script comics tutorial or something. Never really.
Yeah.
I just studied the comic books that I liked. I tried to figure out why does this book work for me, and just studied it. And I learned a lot from certain TV series, like the way they structure things and they build things up.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad, for instance. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, Breaking Bad is an excellent show. Excellent
Yes,
show.
and
It's probably one of the very few TV shows that I could say is pretty perfect.
yeah, it's so close to perfect that it fascinates me, and I wanted to know why is this show so good, and I watched the entire series several times. The first time just to watch it, and after that to
Analyze it.
analyze it,
Yeah.
to figure out the structures, and I kind of implemented that into my own writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a very tight show, very tightly written.
Yeah.
It has a purpose, it has a focus, it has a goal, and by the end of the show, by the last episode, you're like, yeah, that was really well done.
Yeah. The final scene, and it seems like they knew this from the beginning, but they didn't. They just it just moved organically, and that's fantastic. It was just fantastically written.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So some other topic maybe.
Well, okay, so yeah, one thing that I'm very sensitive to is pacing. You know,
right.
And I've read a lot of comic, and that's one thing that I'm very obsessed with. You know, the pacing has to be there. If I had a scene in the original comic earlier, when on one of my first drafts, and I liked it. It was really, really cool, but it threw off the pacing of the comic completely. So I had to chop it. Get rid of it. I'm sure you have to do that too whenever you're writing.
Yeah.
You have to get rid of things that you're really cool, you really like, but it doesn't serve the story. It doesn't serve the pacing.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, sometimes I have complete scenes, and I have to cut them. I like to use them later on when possible, and if not, I can often restructure them or rewrite them in some way to put them elsewhere. But
yeah, you have to be brutal with yourself. You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be cutthroat.
And if you pay, if you're a comic book creator, it means you have to pay for everything. So whatever you write, it has to be made. It has to be
drawn.
It takes up space. It takes talent. And so you get very wise with your with what
you write.
Yeah, with the story. You can't put in too much filler. Too much bullshit that costs money. It
costs money, and it doesn't serve the purpose, and it feels like filler, and and the readers are like, why is this here? This is pointless. You don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want the reader to say that. But yeah, so it's just really inspiring. I get really excited about. I have so many stories and so many villains, and that's the thing. Me and Dave had a lot of similar ideas when it comes to, like, you have a character called Paragon also, right? In your universe, right? And then me and Dave also both had this volcano character.
Yeah, he even had the same name.
Vesuvius, yeah.
You mentioned him on Twitter, I think, and I was like, oh no, wait a minute. And but
well, the way that I see it is that me and Dave our minds are in sync. Like, great minds think alike. So like, that's the way I see it. Like, oh, Dave has some amazing ideas. Like one of your characters, the guy with the beehive in his head. What's his name?
Yeah, Hive Mind.
Hive Mind. That is a character that I would have come up with if you had it first. Like, that is just the coolest idea. I love the idea of that character so much. Really awesome.
I see that so often, man. That I see other people coming up with concept, and I'm jealous. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Hive Mind. I really am, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, but my favorite character of yours so far is definitely American Bliss.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her.
Popular, yeah.
Yeah,
but she fits perfectly with the theme you are going for, right?
Yes, and that's probably why I gravitated to her so much. That's probably why the reason why I responded so much to her character was because she was the kind of hero that I like. She was the kind of hero that I respond to, and she's the kind of hero that I'm, trying to create with Paragon Prime. So,
but does this mean that in your universe you're building this entire universe with so you need a variety of superheroes?
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean you won't have superheroes that are like
a little darker,
anti-heroes, darker?
No, it doesn't mean that I won't. And I have some ideas brewing of something like that. But I have a Batman, I have a character like Batman.
Right.
I have a character. Runaround is my goofy speedster character. I have my character Kowlin, who's, I guess, Wonder Woman meets Green Arrow. Right. Yeah, she's like a Brazilian Amazon. And she has elements of Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Black Panther, a lot of, Do you want to share art of those characters? I can send you if you want.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. This is your hour. You have to.
Yeah. Okay,
to show the viewers whatever you want.
I'm gonna. Hold on. Let me see.
So yeah,
I'm excited for these characters too, and I have great writers working on. You know what? I'll send you Major Might too, because you get a better photo of him. And then.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll send you. Oh wait, that's too much. That's too big. That file's too big. Okay.
How did you go through life as a YouTuber, as a streamer, without knowing how to share screens?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I feel like such an idiot right now.
Let me see. I got it. Let me share it. Let me share the screen. There we go. Whee! Major Might.
That's Major Might.
That's classic. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's Runaround, and then I'll send you Colin too.
So you can tell us a little bit about Major Might.
Yeah, Major Might is essentially my universe's version of Captain America. He operated in the 1940s, the 50s, and the 60s. And in the 60s, he gave his life to save the world, essentially. So he's thought dead and everything. And he's a big inspiration for Paragon Prime. Paragon Prime is a big fan of Major Might.
Right.
So his influence, Major Might's influence, I'd say is a lot. My favorite U.S. president is Teddy Roosevelt.
Right.
And he's inspired a lot by Teddy Roosevelt.
Okay.
Teddy Roosevelt has this, can do, never give up attitude, very, very, action oriented and stuff like that. So that was one of the biggest influences. I mean, I've read books about Teddy Roosevelt, and I've seen documentaries, and I want to create a character like that, like a superhero with that kind of personality. So,
okay,
Teddy Roosevelt, yeah.
Okay, tell us about Runaround.
Runaround is my my goofy, quippy speedster character, inspired by Wally West Flash from the Justice League cartoon. Spider-Man. A lot of Spider-Man is in his character. A lot of Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles is in his character. Some Sonic the Hedgehog. He's just a fun character.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay.
He's like a teenager, so he's a teenage superhero.
Yeah, cool design too.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Cool design. Let me see. You had a third one. See the last one. Share screen. There we go.
And this is Kaolin. Kaolin is the Brazilian Amazon, and she was actually I don't know if you DC came out with this thing called Future State, where they had like different versions of the characters, right? And they had one.
No.
They had a Brazilian Wonder Woman,
Right.
called Yara Flor.
Oh yeah, I know her.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought, Yara Flor is not a bad character. I read like the first issue of her comic, and she was an interesting character, but I thought that they did her a disservice by just giving her the Wonder Woman mantle as opposed to making her her own unique character.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's a common thing with new characters.
yeah.
They're always based on popular franchises.
Unpopular character.
Yeah.
So I just, I don't know. I just had this this bug up my butt to create that, but have it be original.
Yeah.
So that's where this character came from, and I had some help from some good buddy of mine, good friends of mine on Twitter that are both Brazilian creators, and I asked them a bunch of questions, and they turned me on to the Imbaca Amazon tribe in Brazil.
Okay.
And they're essentially like,
so it's a real tribe.
It's a real tribe
Right.
of females
Oh,
in Brazil, in the Brazilian
females. So
rainforest, yeah.
so what happened to all the men?
No, there's different tribes of men. But the cool thing is that they are a matriarchal kind of society, but they have a good relationship with the male tribes also, and they mate with them, and they have children, and everything's cool. So,
Right.
And so my idea is to have these Amazons have a society a lot like Wakanda from the MCU, where they're technically I can't talk today. They're advanced,
Right.
with technology and whatnot, but so it's kind of like that idea. A little bit of Themyscira from Wonder Woman 2 is there too. A lot. Have you ever seen the movie Atlantis: The Lost Empire from Disney, the animated movie?
I think so.
Yeah. So a lot of how Atlantis was in that movie also is a big influence on that. The character actually, the princess in that movie influenced Colin. Also, Aloy from the video game Horizon Zero Dawn was a big influence on her character. Wonder Woman was a big influence on her character. So I take from everything. I take from a lot of stuff.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation. We love it. Yeah. We love it, man.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe one topic that we can discuss is because I see many people post many things about things they are upset with or disappointed with, or and sometimes I think, is it good that we give so much attention to things that
upset us,
maybe should be forgotten or should be ignored? What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? I'm an advocate for apathy and indifference when it comes to that sort of thing, but even I fall into the trap of complaining about it. The trick is, I think, if you can say that you don't like something, but I think you also need to present alternatives, and I try to do that as much as possible on Twitter, especially.
Right.
I try to showcase other indie creations, other indie comics constantly.
Yeah.
On my YouTube channel, I try to just check this comic out, check that comic out. Look at this. This is awesome. You should be reading this. You should be checking this out. Yeah. I think that is what we need to do more of.
I was thinking yesterday that I saw this. There was this new trailer of the new She-Hulk series.
I didn't see it. I'm not.
No, me neither. But I saw some screenshots were being shared, and I thought, probably now we will see a lot of these independent artists looking for commissions, and they share art, they post art, and probably we will see now many She-Hulk versions, because people often draw Wolverine, Spider-Man, Batman, the famous characters, you know. So She-Hulk is now in the spotlights, and
Yes.
I think, why don't people draw more indie characters? These are the characters that need
Attention,
the
need
exposure.
exposure. Yes.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
I've gotten some Paragon Prime fan art. So
oh yeah, that's awesome. You get fan art.
yeah, I get
That's
some fan
fantastic.
art. Yeah.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah. That's
Some of
pretty
it
cool.
is so good. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah, I've
Oh my
gotten
god.
some really solid stuff. One of my favorites was Ivan Ayana. He's an artist for Brainy Pixel. He did the art for this amazing David comic book, and the art for this is great. I love this comic; it's so good.
Right.
So he just decided to do some fan art of Paragon Prime along with one of his characters, and it's so good. It's so good. I love it so much.
Oh wow.
And I've got that. That's probably my favorite piece of fan art that I've gotten is that one. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Ron, is there something else we need to discuss about your progress, or your books, your websites?
Well, I do offer editing and consulting on comic book scripts. So if you need anything, if you have a comic book script, if you're a creator, if you're a writer, and you need someone to edit your script, I am available for that. I'm trying to turn this into kind of another way to make money, to make my comic book.
Mhm.
I've had a couple of clients already, and they've been pretty happy with my stuff, with my work. So,
Oh, great.
yeah.
And they can reach you, right? By you have your Linktree.
Yeah, I can link that link tree again.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and do that.
I do have it. I put it in the
Oh, you already
description
have
of
it?
the
Okay.
video.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I could
Well,
put it in the chat also.
yeah, I'll put it here. Yeah, put it in the chat if you can. That'd be good.
But yeah, it's so everyone watching, if you want to reach out to Ron because you have a story or a script, and you want some advice, or the editor, you need the editor,
Yeah.
contact him through Linktree. It's in the description of the video. And you also still have your let me see, your
GoFundMe still
Patreon.
up. Patreon, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
So
all there.
if you want exclusive art and everything, it's all on my Patreon. I'm gonna be posting more art there when I get them from Facundo and stuff. So
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Last thing, I like to give a little spotlight on this project here, Galactic Rodents of Mayhem.
My buddy Gabriel Deltrez. Yes.
4 hours to go. 4 hours to go, people. You can still back this.
This is an amazing comic book. This is easily one of the best indie comic books that I've ever read. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be featured more. It needs to be out there more. This is incredible. I can't sing the praises of this comic enough. It's so good.
It's so good. Okay, it's like well, you see it here, man. The art is fantastic. Capybaras in space.
we got to get Gilly on your show, Dave. Definitely.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So if everyone is interested in just fun action, science fiction with furries.
Yeah, essentially. It's Ninja Turtles meets Star Wars.
Right. It looks great.
It's amazing.
Okay, really okay. Cool. Okay, Ron, thank you very much for being my guest today.
It was a pleasure, Dave. I had a great time. This is great. And then I'll see you next Friday on the Writer's Block, right?
Oh yeah, next Friday we will be back on with Michael Oden, So the three of us talk about writing and comics and comic creation and stuff like that.
That's super fun, man. Thank you for thinking of me, and thank you for like including me in that. That's awesome of you.
Yeah, man, we have a good thing going on here.
Yeah,
so thank you, Ron, and thank
You're
you, chat, for watching and commenting and sharing. And see you next Sunday. I have a new guest. I totally forgot. Never mind. Cool. New guest next Sunday. See you then.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Later.